up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and as promised, it is time for another pop-off with Maddison. For today's pop-off, I am bringing you all of the information in regards to the Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck reunion. Earlier this week, I asked you guys on my Instagram if you wanted a full pop-off on this Bennifer reconciliation situation, and overwhelmingly, you guys all said yes, which selfishly, I'm really happy about. So I'm gonna fill you guys in on all of the Bennifer details. I'm gonna fill you in on why I think people care about this. I'm gonna fill you in on what's going on. I'm gonna fill you in on how people in their lives feel about it, especially ARod. Spoiler alert, he's not happy. We're gonna talk about where I think this is going. Just all of the Bennifer tea that hopefully you're craving. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot for us to get through, so sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and start unwrapping these Bennifer facts. All right, so for those of you who were not pop culture obsessed like yours truly back in the 2000s, you should know that back in the day, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, they were that couple. They got together after meeting on the set of the movie JLo back in 2001. They were engaged by 2002, and then they were broken up by 2004. Yes, JLo does have a pattern of loving a 2-year engagement, but that's besides the point. Obviously, once these two went their separate ways, they lived a whole lot of life. Ben Affleck married Hollywood's prized possession, in my opinion, Jennifer Garner. They had 3 children together. He went to rehab. He got a phoenix tattoo, and now, slowly but surely, he's been making his major return to Hollywood. JLo, on the other hand, shortly after married Mark Anthony. They had twins. She appeared in movies, had a Vegas residency, performed at the Super Bowl, got engaged to ARod, broke off her engagement to ARod. You get the picture. A lot has happened in these 17 years since these two broke up the first time. However, now in a crazy turn of events, Bennifer is back again. Now, as far as how these two reconnected, according to a report from TMZ, sources say that Ben Affleck initially started reaching out to JLo via email back in February while she was filming in the Dominican Republic. And yes, let me go ahead and answer your question. She was still with ARod at this time. Apparently, Ben Affleck lives by the mantra, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean he can't score. Probably just showed my age with that one, but let's move on. TMZ also claims their sources say, quote, the emails also referenced JLo's love for Ben's writing and included a line about him being able to open her heart with his pen. According to TMZ, the emailing continued until JLo wrapped filming in the Dominican Republic in April. However, sources maintain that her and Ben did not physically meet up until they were both in LA 2 weeks after JLo and ARod officially broke up. Now, since Jen and Ben's little reunion, they've been spending a lot of time together. For example, they recently went away together and spent some time in Montana, which according to People magazine was Ben Affleck's idea because he does have a place there. A source told People magazine that Jen had a great time with Ben and that she's happy with him and enjoys spending time with him. Now, as far as where are these two headed now that they've reconciled and they're spending time together, a source told In Touch Weekly, quote, Jennifer and Ben are having fun and seeing where it goes. They both feel that their history together has made them closer friends. The source also mentioned that Jen and Ben don't care what anyone thinks about them getting together all of these years later, and that they have a real connection that never went away. Can we just pause for a second to acknowledge the fact it's so interesting that whenever JLo and ARod were reported about together, she was always called JLo. But now that she's back together with Ben Affleck, she's quickly gone back to being called Jennifer and Jen because it rhymes better with Ben. I just found that really odd and I felt like I needed to share, but let's get back to the facts and I'm gonna fill you in on how people in their lives feel about this Bennifer reconciliation. So Ben Affleck's bestie, Matt Damon, is all here for it. He recently appeared on the Today Show, and when he was asked about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck going to Montana together, in good friend fashion, he said that there wasn't enough liquor in the world that would get him to say anything about it. He then went on to say that hearing the host discuss Jen and Ben going to Montana was the first that he heard of it, and then he went on to say, quote, it's a fascinating story. I hope it's true. I love them both. That would be awesome. So Ben Affleck's bestie has clearly given the best friend stamp of approval, but now let me fill you guys in on how ARod, JLo's ex, feels about her rekindling this past romance, especially so quickly after they broke up. A source told E! News that ARod was shocked by the Bennifer news because he thought they had a chance to fix their relationship, something the source added that JLo was not interested in. ARod is also reportedly jealous of Ben. Now, this is coming from Us Magazine. This Us Magazine source said, quote, Alex was jealous that Jen and Ben were seeing each other. He's still holding out hope that they can reconcile. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this I do believe because ARod had a somewhat shady response when he was asked by a member of the paparazzi how he feels about the Bennifer reunion. In a video obtained by Page 6, a member of the paparazzi straight up asked how he feels about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck rekindling their romance, and all he had to say was, quote, go Yankees. Which might not sound shady to you, but you guys should know that Ben Affleck is a huge Boston Red Sox fan, and the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees absolutely do not get along. They've had a very long rival. So trust me when I say ARod saying go Yankees in response to being asked about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck is some serious straight man shade. All right, you guys, now that you're caught up on all of the details regarding Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, let's go ahead and get to that shambong and pop off. Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why I feel like people are absolutely losing it over Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck reuniting after 17 years is because we love nostalgia. While a lot of us millennials were young when these two were first together, I still remember them being a powerhouse couple. Okay, this is funny, but I literally remember being disappointed when my parents came home and told me that JLo, aka the movie that they met on and was later released in 2003, that it was not good. Because hello, my little 10-year-old hopeless romantic self felt that if two people fell in love while making a movie, the movie had to be 10 out of 10. But I fully remember my parents having a date night and going to see JLo and then coming home and I was like, how was it? And they were like, yeah, it wasn't good. And I was so disappointed. And my little 10-year-old self knew in that moment that they were not going to last. And yes, I don't know if that makes me a weird kid that I cared that much about a celebrity couple, or if it just means I was really destined to do this. I'm gonna say it means I was destined to do this so it doesn't make me feel weird. But yeah, that's besides the point. I will say I'm not opposed to this Bennifer reconciliation. However, I don't think this is going to be the end all be all for both of these people. I don't think that this is the final relationship that either of these two people are going to have. They rekindled their romance when JLo was in need of a serious boost. If you guys remember, before JLo and ARod officially went their separate ways, there were rumors that ARod was sliding into Southern Charm star Maddison I's DMs. And I just feel like that probably on some level was getting to JLo, and Ben Affleck slid in right when she was needing a little confidence boost. Also, Ben Affleck is still working on fully making his Hollywood comeback. He has been through the ringer, you guys, with a lot of his struggles. So I feel like being with Jennifer Lopez again is giving him positive press. Really, they both are getting something they need out of this current reconciliation. JLo is getting someone who is obviously obsessed with her. They have chemistry. It's someone that she can trust because they've been together before. Ben is also getting some love. He's also getting a partner, but he's also getting a lot of really nice attention that he hasn't received in a long time. And listen, I don't doubt that they have amazing chemistry. I'm sure that they do. I'm sure that they get along great. I'm sure that they're the best of pals. I mean, hello, they weren't engaged for goodness sakes. But we also have to remember, JLo just got out of another 2-year engagement with ARod. I really find it hard to believe that she's ready to jump into something super serious right after ending that relationship. And if I can be honest with you guys, I really don't ever see Jennifer Lopez being in a position where she's ready to actually walk down the aisle with someone again. I think that there are people on this earth who are just not meant to be married. I pray that I'm not one of them, but I think that Jennifer Lopez is one of those people. And I want to make it clear that's not shade towards her at all, but she does have a pattern of getting in these very serious relationships, sometimes getting engaged, sometimes not, and then something happens and they break up. And you know what? That's okay. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of current JLo. I was really a big fan of hers back in the day. Jenny from the Block days, I was a huge JLo fan. But as I've gotten older, I've heard so many stories about her not being the nicest to people, and that really rubs me the wrong way. But still, that doesn't take away from the fact that she is a freaking independent woman who honestly probably doesn't need a man to make her happy. And I really do believe that she would be happiest if she just remained unmarried. Now, Ben Affleck, on the other hand, I think he's still figuring things out. I think he's taking things day by day. I love that Matt Damon is a supportive best friend. I love that he's here for it. But I feel like Ben Affleck still has some things that he's got to figure out. And as far as ARod, I do not feel bad for him at all that JLo has already moved on with somebody after they were engaged. Number one, I think that they did break up the first time those reports surfaced. I really don't think that they took any time to work on their relationship. And two, ARod has a past of being a serial cheater. It was only a matter of time until he slipped up with JLo. No matter how much we thought they were the perfect match and the perfect power couple, it was only a matter of time, and I do not feel bad for ARod at all. Honestly, the people who I do feel bad about in that JLo and ARod split are their kids, because I know that they got along really well. They really worked on blending their families, so I do feel bad for them, but I don't feel bad for ARod. I feel like truly where his ego is hurt is because him and JLo were a hot commodity. They were a hot business commodity, and I really think he's feeling it in his pocketbook more than his heart. Moral of the story, we need to keep an eye on Bennifer. I think we're gonna hear about more dates. I think we're gonna hear about more getaways. I think these two are definitely going to stretch out this reconciliation, but just don't be surprised when they do eventually go their separate ways, no matter how long that may be. All right, you guys, that is all I have for you on Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck reuniting after 17 years. I want to hear all your thoughts on how they reconnected, where they're going, if you think they're going to last this time around. Let out all your thoughts and feels down below. While you're at it, please give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. For more celeb content, you can follow me over on my Instagram. I do mini pop-offs Monday through Friday on my Instagram reels, so please check those out. Also, if you guys want more celeb content, yes, even more, check me out on TikTok. I post videos on there daily, and more than likely when something breaks, I'm probably gonna go to TikTok first. So if you have a TikTok, please give me a follow. Also, you guys, don't forget to check out my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I hope you guys are enjoying the multiple pop-offs this week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!